And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Carolina Panthers. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Check.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike's 5-4.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Quick hitter here is complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought.
Down. 19. A gain of 15. 1st down, Cincinnati.
Mike, 53.
1st down. Here's Burrow. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
13 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
One play at a time. Here we go.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
To number 19.
Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They go play action now. Wilson. And he right Rifles one incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and now it's second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
One fluff.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Watch the safety creep.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Man left. 4 down.
To throw again. Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Strong right.
Wilson will throw again.
Check. 3 down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
At the 49-yard line.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Check. Crunch. Watch the ship.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Let's get off the field, D.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
My 52.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Oh, the Typical jet sweep to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Hey, watch this, watch this.
14.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
18.
Play action. Now Wilson rolling to his right. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
Intended for DJ Moore. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Yeah, that's what I do.
Now it's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He was covered by Trey Wayans.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Panthers 0.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 19
well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Nixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Bengals first down.
Ready? Cougar 19. 54, watch 54. Watch the run. They're running.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2 at the Panthers' 26-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Burrow going to give this to Nixon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Cut. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. 65. 60.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Mike 55. Let's go, D. Let's go. Check it back.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
48-yard line.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Panther first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
At the 36-yard line.
A throw out wide to QT, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
At the 20-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
I'm going to run you over. 19 right. Check Mike 54.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
He's checking. Crash. Street. 70 Ranger. Hey, check Mike 47. Go.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This one from 48 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he's got his target, that's more. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 34 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again, it's Mixon. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
On third down, Burrow. Throw left side, complete. That's Boyd. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll go for it. Burrow got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Go. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Burrow will throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Burrow. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. He finds some open field here. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now Burrow on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked Down and incomplete.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run. First level being the D-line and linebacker. Second level in the secondary, the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Derek Brown on the stop.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Bengals 14.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Shit. Panther 60, Panther 60. Hurt.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
On the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Bang out.
Now Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Good job right there. Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. Past the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there for the Panthers. 43 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Switch. 14, front it. Check 26, check 26.
Now a handoff looking right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
I know he might be a little winded after that previous long run, but now you're in goal-to-goal situation. That changes what you do defensively, and it worked for them on that play.
Maybe trying to reward him after that long run. We'll see if they go back to him again on the ground. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
They go play action with Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 88 yards. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
36 power. Push him back. Push him back.
Throwing again. Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 16 yards, a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They go play action with Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
It's easy work.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Hurt. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Play action. It's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up second down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 45-yard line.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
47.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Gun. I got motion. Run left. Check, 55 to Mike. I got it.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Green 80. Watch 55. Here we go. Check 50. 40. Mike 55. Tackles. Watch the edge.
Throwing is Wilson. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Flying 90. Spot that. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, 0. He's coming. We got double up. Took right. Mike 50.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got some space here. The 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 38 yards on the scamper there.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9
Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Play action. Now Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Tonight's final score in overtime. Score Panthers 30, Bengals 24.